In this story, a girl pretends to be rich to impress her friends, but they soon discover the shocking truth. Watch till the end to see what happens, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.
Emma was a quiet girl who always walked with her head held high, but inside she carried a secret that no one knew. She wasn't like the other girls in her class. While most of them wore the newest clothes, carried the latest phones, and talked about their family vacations, Emma's life was very different. She lived in a small apartment on the poorer side of town with her mother, who worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. Her father had left years ago, and since then, her mother was all she had. They didn't have much, but her mother always reminded her, "Emma, we may not be rich, but we have each other, and that's enough." But for Emma, it never felt like enough. At school, she was surrounded by wealth. Her classmates wore expensive sneakers, showed off new gadgets, and posted pictures online from luxury trips. Every time Emma scrolled through social media, her heart ached. She didn't want to be seen as the poor girl. She wanted to belong. She wanted to be admired. So, Emma started lying. It began small, telling her friends she had the same expensive phone as them. Then it grew bigger, claiming her dad was a successful businessman, that her family owned a mansion, that she traveled to exotic countries every summer. Her classmates believed her. In fact, they envied her. They often said, "Emma, you're so lucky. You have everything." And for a while, Emma felt good. She felt powerful. She finally fit in. But deep inside, she knew she was building a castle made of lies. At home, it was a different world. Emma would walk into their small, dimly lit apartment, where her mother welcomed her with a tired smile. Dinner was usually noodles or rice with vegetables, simple meals they could afford. Her mom always tried to keep her spirits up, saying, "One day, things will be better. Just keep working hard, Emma." Emma would smile back, but inside, guilt was eating her alive. She was ashamed of the truth, ashamed of her mother's struggles, and most of all, ashamed of herself for lying. Then came the day everything fell apart. At lunch, her classmates turned to her and said, "Emma, we've never been to your house. Let's hang out there today." Her heart stopped. She tried to smile and replied quickly, "Oh, you can't. The house is being renovated right now. It's a mess." Her classmates exchanged suspicious looks but didn't argue. Emma thought she was safe, but she wasn't. That afternoon, as she walked home, she didn't notice her classmates following her from a distance. They watched as she turned down an alley, walked up cracked concrete steps, and entered a rundown apartment building. Their jaws dropped. One of them whispered, "Wait, this is where she lives? This isn't a mansion. This is a dump." Another laughed cruelly and said, "Emma lied to us. She's not rich. She's just poor and pretending." They snapped photos, their laughter echoing down the street. Emma heard them. She turned and saw the group pointing, laughing, taking pictures. Her face burned red. Tears blurred her vision as she ran inside, slamming the door behind her. She collapsed onto her bed, sobbing. When her mother rushed in to comfort her, Emma cried out, "They know, Mom. They found out everything. They laughed at me. Why do we have to live like this? Why can't we be rich like them?" Her mother held her tightly, stroking her hair. With a trembling voice, she said, "Oh, my sweet Emma, money doesn't make someone better. You don't need riches to prove your worth. What matters is who you are inside, the kindness you show, the honesty you live by. If people can't see that, they don't deserve you." The next day at school, Emma walked in with swollen eyes. Her classmates pointed, whispered, and laughed. She sat alone, wishing she could disappear. But then, something unexpected happened. Daniel, a boy from her class who had watched everything silently, walked over and sat beside her. With a gentle smile, he said, "Hey, don't listen to them. They don't know what real friendship is." Emma looked at him in shock. "But I lied, Daniel. I wanted to fit in, and now everyone hates me." Daniel shook his head. "You made a mistake, but that doesn't define you. What matters is that you've learned from it. You don't need to pretend to be rich. You're enough, just the way you are. For the first time in a long time, Emma felt a weight lift from her chest. Daniel's words gave her strength. Slowly, she realized her mother had been right. She didn't need wealth or lies to be loved. She just needed to be herself. From that day forward, Emma stopped pretending. She accepted her life, her struggles, and her truth. And though many classmates continued to mock her, she no longer cared. Because in the midst of betrayal and laughter, she had found something far more valuable than money. She had found a true friend. Moral of the story: be proud of who you are. True friends will always accept the real you.